Good morning and welcome to the Red Mic. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message: listen, do you want to know a secret? Yeah, it's not a secret. Listening, or more accurately, active listening, can be your superpower if you let it. What am I talking about? Well, you'd be amazed how often, or maybe you wouldn't, I don't know. Um, People don't listen to really understand, they listen to respond. What do I mean by that? They're already thinking ahead, okay, how do I need to respond? How do I need to react? How do I need to move this conversation to the next level? And you can miss out on context. Active listening is more than just listening to the words. It's listening to the tone of voice. It's listening to the body language. Um, and that's one of the reasons why I think uh, personal contact, doing 101s, things like that, in person are really so very important on team building, team dynamics. You're not going to get the same level of connectivity over a video screen, you know. Well, heck, I mean, how many of you are in meetings every day through Zoom or Google or Teams or whatever it is, and 90% of the people have their cameras turned off? I tried to be a holdout for a long time where I'd always turn mine on, and I got sick of it because there's so little actual interaction on those things. Um, I'll be honest with you, I think probably 95% of Teams meetings could just be wadded up and thrown away. Just let the people who want to go and talk, let them talk, listen to the recording later. Um, there's no real interaction in a lot of those. It's not people even, it's not even really people listening to understand or listening to even to respond. They're just in the room. So, active listening. Look at their eyes. Lean in. Um, don't just nod along. Add questions to the mix. Okay. Can you explain that a little bit more? Can you expand on that? How would we do that? What are your thoughts there? You know, um, those are ways to let your speaker know, hey, I'm here, I'm engaged, I'm paying attention. Dig deeper for more clarity. Um, Explain that a little bit more. Clarify that. It sounds like you're saying X, Y, Z. Are we on the same page here? Making it a true conversation where you're pulling more data, you're pulling more information out of them. It shows them that you're engaged, you're curious. It strengthens that relationship between you and the person who's in the room with you, right? And you can't be an active listener either unless you've got empathy. Um, if they're talking about something that's clearly troubling them, you know, you might ask them how that's making them feel. What are your concerns here? You're not just asking about the content of the conversation, but what are the feelings behind this? What are the emotions? Open that door, get to that trust level like we talked about yesterday. And it also sends the message, hey, this is I hate this term, a safe space um, for real collaboration, real honest dialogue. A little bit more about collaboration by asking things like, what can we do to improve this process? What steps do we need to take? What do you think is the best solution? You're trying to get them to work with you towards your shared goals, right? You're trying to get, it's not just about hearing their ideas, it's making them part of the solution. Active listening also ultimately is going to strengthen your connection to that person. When you say, "Hey, that's really interesting. That's good insight. Tell me more. Can you elaborate? How do we make sure we're on the same page?" You're you're growing that sense of partnership with that person. You know what I mean? Um, it tells them you're not just listening; you are actively invested in their personal success, which of course leads to team success, right? So, just to sum up, active listening is not just a skill. Really, it's an attitude, it's a mindset, it's a way of behaving, of thinking, of acting. So, ask those thoughtful questions. Show show that you empathize. Invite collaboration and turn these conversations into opportunities for all of you to grow, uh, to trust each other more, make a real connection. Um, that's going to be the way that you're going to push that team forward, push your relationship forward, push all of it forward. Again, don't just listen to respond, listen to understand. That's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you find it helpful. I really do. I hope that you will give me a like, a follow, and a share on any of the platforms that you're listening to. Last but not least, I don't do this every day, but a few happy birthdays. Happy birthday to my cousin Peggy, to my friend Tracy, um, my friend Molly. Went to college with Molly. Molly was actually the waitress she was still in college, I think, or maybe she had just graduated. Anyway, she was the waitress at the restaurant where I asked my wife to marry me. So I just asked her, and we were, and then Molly comes out and says, "Did you just get engaged?" And we're like, and she was like, "Oh, that's so great!" And then she brought out a free dessert. So happy birthday, Molly! And last but not least, uh, Kirk Reed. I've known Kirk since high school. Fantastic dude. Um, uh, Met up with Kirk in real life. First time I'd seen him in real life in, man, probably since high school. This past summer when I was in the DFW area doing that emceeing thing for that state administrator business group thing that I told y'all about. Anyway, so if you know any of these folks, tell them happy birthday. Tell them you heard about it on the Red Mic and that old Patrick's got good thoughts for them all day long. So I appreciate you again. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow. And don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.